Hey, what's up guys, this is Master Leaf here, the Kane's Wrath video commentary, and today I'm going to shake things up a little bit, and this is going to be 1.02 plus. For those of you who don't know, 1.02 plus is a community unofficial patch for Kane's Wrath, and it addresses a lot of the major bugbears with the official version being 1.02. Anyways, I'll go into much more detail in this game, but now I'm going to introduce the players. We have eQuiNoX, I think that's how you pronounce it, playing as the Red Steel Talons, and Dirty Dutch playing as the Random in Orange. We're going to zip right over to him now and see what faction he's drawn. It looks like he's got GDI faction by the look of things. Anyways, this patch, by the way, it's not actually a patch that you can run separate from 1.02. It's actually a map pack, so all you have to do is download the maps from the link that I'll put in the description below, and you can play the maps but with the 1.02 plus changes included within them. I don't know how he managed to, I don't know how CGF managed to pull it off, but he somehow did, and it's pretty amazing, as you can also play ranked games on it as well. Anyways, we have eQuiNoX, who is Geo Panoply. I'm just going to call him Geo because most players know him by that nickname. Placing down his refinery, it looks like he will be the same. Dirty Dutch going to go for the exact mirror build, but what's this, an engineer? So I was wrong, so he must have went for a refinery first, as his engineer is very much delayed. He probably was afraid that Geo would go for a shadow team opening, which is something that he likes to do. And the scouting by Geo is pretty good here. Gonna see what faction Dirty Dutch is. Dirty Dutch not really concerned about anti-scouting that unless he throws down a watchtower, in which case he does do, and he scares away those rifleman squads. But Geo will know that it's a GDI faction. Here comes another squad for Geo, so Geo can scout this base here. Dirty Dutch, does he know what faction Geo is? Probably not, but he does know it's a GDI faction. Neither side has gone with the tib spikes in the bottom, not really willing to take a risk. It is a pretty big risk in random v random matchups. It's not necessarily a good idea trying to capture those, as your opponent could be Scrin, or he could be Nod, and buzzes are really good at cleaning out these structures and killing hordes of infantry units. So Dirty Dutch going for an expansion now. He's got 4 harvesters, probably going to pop out his 5th one. There we go. So nothing crazy happening just yet. They're both going for a eco boom. Geo expanding, probably going to drop a Rax here, and there we go. Is this the rifleman's god of Geo? Yes, he has. So he has secured the bottom spikes by taking this bunker. That will prevent his engineers from being sniped by any rifleman squads, but it looks like Dirty Dutch has trained a Wolverine. I'm not sure if he is informed about these engineers that will be capturing the spikes. And Geo also sending a harvester towards the blue, so this game will probably become quite a macro based game shortly, as they will be focused mainly on building lots and lots of units with the eco they have. Dirty Dutch has 5 harvesters, probably going to drop down a refinery here. Some of the changes that Steel Talons have received in this patch: their railgun accelerator has been reduced to 60 seconds. I believe that's the only balance change in the entire 1.02 plus, but for the most part it's actually a patch that addresses all the bugs with the original version. MRTs are much better. You can evacuate infantry without selecting a desired location for them to evacuate. You just click a button and then they immediately evacuate at the position they're currently in. The repair leash as well is also much better, so it's got a much larger radius. The Titan previously had to get a lot of experience to rank up. I believe it was the same as for a Mammoth tank, so you really rarely saw veteran or elite Titans in 1.02, but in this patch it seems to be pretty common, as that is fixed now. The Steel Talon harvesters are still slower than usual, but in the next iteration, what I mean by slower is they're slower than the other factions. but in the next iteration of this patch they will receive the bug fix and they will be just as fast as, say, GDI or Nord factions. Now here we go, we've got MRTs here. They garrison of any infantry. You can't really see as that icon does not tell you the infantry squad garrisoned within them, so it's hard to really know, but I'm going to assume they're engineer MRTs. And this looks like a Titan by Dirty Dutch. Dirty Dutch trying to do some sneaky harvester harassment there. Maybe you could crush, he could have crushed the harvester, but that didn't really work for him. There are 2 spikes which have remained uncaptured. I'm going to assume that the engineers of Geopanopy got destroyed, or killed rather. And Orcas coming out by Dirty Dutch. Dirty Dutch going for some standard play here. Orcas in GDI mirrors is actually a very common tactic. I guess it's one of their fastest harassment units, and they can quickly roam around the map and gain map control. And not only that, if they're left to destroy harvesters, then they can destroy a whopping 3 before reloading and returning to base. So Titan count by both players coming up, but all pitbull wars coming in here, and Geo will be forced to retreat as there are Titans, and that will prove too much for Geo, and he'll have to make a retreat there. Both the spikes still uncaptured, and many pitbulls gonna go down here. I'm not sure if it's worth engaging, but maybe Geo feels that he has the superior count of pitbulls. It all come down to micro. Who will micro better here? Both sides have roughly the same amount of pitbulls, but Geo looks like he is ahead with his pitbull count. Dirty Dutch not doing such a great job in targeting the heavily damaged pitbulls here. Let's just bring up the health bars quickly so we can see the micro of both players. It looks like it's going to be close. Dirty Dutch actually managing to hold and destroy all those pitbulls while leaving one of his intact. He does have a veteran pitbull there, and that's always nice to see. No veteran Titans just yet, although I'm probably expecting to see one in the not so distant future. Harvesters and more harvesters here. We've got 5 harvesters in total. Neither side has bothered gone for the blue field. That's because there are pitbulls contesting the blue, but the blue I think does belong to what do you call him, Geo, as he has pitbulls to gain map control. But the problem for him is these Titans. He has to do something about those immediately. And the Orcas, where are the Orcas? The Orcas are coming in. Geo does not have any anti-air to speak of except these AA batteries, and that isn't going to be enough to destroy these Orcas in time before they nail a harvester. But he's going to pay for it with almost all of his Orcas. That one barely managing to survive there. And he does get a single harvester for the price of 2 Orcas. But what's this? Oh, 8 Orcas coming in for Geo, and Geo could destroy a whopping total of 8 harvesters, as it only takes 8 rockets from the Orcas to destroy them. But will he be going for the harvesters? It wouldn't be the bad option. He's going to go for 1 harvester. That's a nice snipe there. So that's 1 harvester down, not really committing to losing all those Orcas to get more harvesters. He's just going to escape. And what's this? A space command uplink. This is really bad news for Geo. If Dirty Dutch is able to land a supersonic airstrike on those Orcas, that'll be just deadly for him. And Geo is going to follow this up with some pitbulls. Oh, this isn't good in the Orcas. If he's playing smart, should definitely go in and destroy the harvesters, but all using the supersonic airstrike. Dirty Dutch being able to clean up those Orcas, no bother. Does Dirty Dutch have any units to retaliate with? He does have these railgun Titans. That's always nice to see. And most of the harvesters are being cleaned up for Dirty Dutch. So Dirty Dutch not having much harvesters now. He's only got 1 or 2. Geo leeching the blue field. Got an expansion set up here. That's nice work. He could probably grab the spikes while he's here as well, since he's actually next to in the proximity of the tier spikes. He could just throw down a barracks there and take it unchallenged. But the Titans are coming in. This is a big problem for Geopanopy. Geopanopy still has 4 Orcas. That supersonic airstrike didn't destroy all of them, luckily for him. And he's going to have to contest with those. The barracks are placed in the wrong position here. He should have placed them at this base. He does have ground control with the refineries. And here we go, the Titans are coming in with their railguns. They're actually pretty good against the infantry. And Shockwave comes in for Dirty Dutch, so Dirty Dutch using these support powers wisely and able to destroy what looks to be a much more overwhelming force of infantry forces here, but he's able to clean that up. Railgun's proven to be very good against infantry. I think they can just one-shot them, and there we go, all the orcas getting cleaned up. Geopanabe going to lose his expansion here. If Dirty Dutch is able to take this out, that will put him right back in the game, as he is destroyed, as most of his harvesters did got destroyed here. Let's go back to this engagement. The MCV will be going down. And what else is happening? Pitbull's coming in for Geopanabe, probably going to do some raids on these harvesters. No AP ammo, so those towers will take a lot longer to destroy those Pitbulls. And are there any veteran Titans? Yes, there are. So as you can see, there's one veteran Titan there. In 1.02, you would never see that, as Titans need to get just so much experience, so much more experience. But this patch addresses all the issues with 1.02. You should definitely download it. Again, I've posted the link in the description below, so if you want to download it and give it a try, then feel free to do so. They are ranked, they do work with ranked games, so you can participate in the ladder while also playing this wonderful patch. And this is going to be the last stand of Geo. Will he be able to take out these Titans? Crushing, Dirty Dutch using the crushing to take out as many rockets as he can, but I don't think he has enough here to stop the rocket squads, and all those Titans will get destroyed. And this airfield could likely follow. Just one more shot and bam, takes out all of the orcas. And this is gonna be game, I think, because Geo has not got an MCV or a war factory. He just has infantry, but Dirty Dutch has the MCV, so all he has to do here is just make anti-infantry defenses. Huh. And he does have a Titan. Dirty Dutch is a veteran Titan. That wouldn't have been alive if he was playing 1.02, as that extra bit of armor and hit points and damage is what's keeping him going. And there it goes. Not sure why he's reversing the harvester. Is that Geo's harvester? It's difficult to really tell the difference between orange and red units in this game, especially on this map, as the map by itself is just orange. Easy to hide your units in it if you're playing as that color, but the harvesters are garrisoned with infantry squads, I think. And Dirty Dutch, he has to hold this attack here. As long as he puts the rocket squads inside of the harvesters, then he will be able to hold this. Dirty Dutch, does he have a war factory? No. Did he sell his war factory? Why did you do that, Dirty Dutch? Why did you sell your war factory? And this is going to be close. There is this railgun Titan here, and that's going to be a problem for these harvesters. Dirty Dutch has to place down as many defenses as he possibly can. He has to destroy these rocket squads. Place down that tower, Dirty Dutch. You have to do it immediately. Bring your harvesters to the fight, as this is Geo's last stand here, and this Titan taking cover behind the structure. That will be the only threat to these harvesters, which have rocket squads garrisoned within them. This is going to be really, really close. 4 harvesters here for Geo. He has to make the most of it and destroy this MCV. Where are the harvesters? The harvesters, Dirty Dutch still has harvesting going on here, so he shouldn't have any disruptions to his economy. There is just a single Titan here, and that's the only thing that he has to be worried about. But he can just evacuate these rocket squads from within these harvesters. He does have 2, 3, 4 rocket squads there. And wow, this is it really. Dirty Dutch does not have production, while Geo has this barracks. And that's all he needs to crank out a lot of forces and win this game, because he also has some harvesters, does he? No harvesters, huh. So he was able to win that game there with just several harvesters. The heavy harvesters, obviously, if you're in a dire situation like that, are pretty good for winning the game. And yeah, really, really interesting tactics. This patch is going to be it's an accepted patch. Most players who are good at the game have finally realized that it is a better version to play as, and I'm looking forward to seeing more games. There are more games posted on gamereplays.org, which I will be looking at, and maybe not maybe I will be bringing those games to you straight after this game here. So yeah, let's go over the stats real quick. eQuiNoX, Geo got more or less a better economy than Dirty Dutch, especially in the last 5 minutes of the game, or 3 minutes of the game. He did pull ahead there, Dirty Dutch, losing all of his harvesters, those orcas and pit bulls. Great harassment there by Geo. Dirty Dutch, he could have maybe have done a better job in the final push if he had brought his harvesters into the fight, but then again it's hard to say, because he probably thought that he won the game after taking out the last production facilities of Geo. Anyways, that was a good game, and I'll be bringing 2 more videos after this at most, with the other games featured on this patch. Anyways, this is Masterleaf, and if you thought the video was remotely entertaining, don't forget to like it, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.